Thank you very much for watching my film, or should I say our film. It's the first time I've taken my little boy on a bike packing trip, but it was an experiment really, and it worked out pretty well and we both had a really good time. I know this isn't an epic bike packing trip, but it is something that I want to do more of with him as he grows up, and if we have more then it'd be great to take them on a family bike packing trip. So we borrowed a camper van from a family member, and the reason I did that is because he was still very small. He's only 5 months old as we did the film. It was a little bit of a stretch to take him out on a self-supported bike packing trip. It was just a lot easier to have a base with loads of stuff, all of his food and spare clothes and nappies and things. Just made it a lot easier than carrying all of that stuff. So we did that. We meant we had everything we needed and we could just go out cycling for the day, exploring the local scenery, and then coming back. We had a comfortable place to sleep and it made it a little less stressful. So my other half was actually a hen do this week, and so she came along with us so that she could go off and do the hen do, but it meant that we had loads of time together, me and my boy, so we could go out and explore. That was one of the first times I'd used the trailer, and it's a Thule trailer that my dad actually got for me off a friend at work, and it's fantastic. It's got loads of spare space, some pockets and a mesh that you can put things in, and it also converts to a pram, which is something I'd never really thought about. But when you get to your destination, sometimes it's nice to actually stop and have a mooch about, and if you've got a really small person with you, it can be a bit cumbersome. So what I actually did was, I didn't lock my bike up, but I could have done at this cafe at the local bike park, and it meant that I could turn it into a pram, the trailer, take him out, and we could have a little mooch about without having to worry about carrying him places, which was brilliant. I'm going to be making more films like this as he grows, and hopefully as we evolve and do more exciting bikepacking trips. So I'd love to hear your suggestions, some places that are really good for taking children or even toddlers bikepacking. Trailer friendly ideally for now, but it'd be really good to hear those, because although I've been bikepacking and cycling for a long time, I haven't ever done a bikepacking trip with a trailer, so it'd be good to hear your thoughts on that. I will let you in on a little bit about the route and where I stayed, just if you're fancying doing the same thing. We stayed just on the edge of the Yorkshire Dales by the Forest of Bowland. The campsite was called the Marl Barn campsite. There weren't any tents allowed, so it was only caravans and camper vans, but it was ideal for us because literally a mile or two down the road was the Gisburn and Stocks Forest, which is packed full of mountain bike trails, a cafe where we stopped, and you're on the edge of a Stocks Reservoir as well, which is beautiful. So we actually went into Gisburn and Stocks Forest. I tried some of the bike paths, but they're not really suitable for a big trailer. Even the blue runs, not great. So we ended up coming off that and then riding on the main road entrance to the cafe where we had a stop. He fell asleep, so it meant I could have a bit of relaxing time. We then went down to the reservoir, which was beautiful, and I had actually packed the pack raft thinking, oh, it might be nice to paddle out on the reservoir, but I decided against that. It's probably not the most sensible thing to do, but it will be something that we will do in the future, I'm sure. That was a really fun trip, and hopefully we'll be making more videos like that in the future. So if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.